morning, Mauritius. Welcome to Inside News. It's our Friday show on the mark, and we're going to, as usual, we're going to go through the card. I'm very happy to have Shahil with us again. Welcome, Shahil.
Thank you, Mark.
You had a very good week last week, Shahil. You tipped quite a couple of winners. It was quite a nice day. In fact, I think both my bankers are out, and unfortunately, your banker was scratched. Our value bet ran second. I thought he was, I wouldn't say he was unlucky. He probably wouldn't have beaten Square the Circle, which you did like as well. So it was quite a nice day, and hopefully we can do the same for you today. Right, let's start off race 1, 1850, 025. Never easy, these 025s, especially once they go over a little bit of ground. And it is a tough race. In fact, I think there's 2 tough races on the card. This, for me, is probably the toughest race on the card. I'm going to go for a little bit of value. I'm going to go number 7, C Pass. You're probably going to laugh at me because last week I wrote him off completely. But that was a 1400. Today it's a 1850. And I do believe that this is probably distance suited over the 1850. In fact, his best run in Mauritius was back in October last year in the 1850, where he got beat just under length by Zaga Zig. And I think that this was definitely, with the 3 kilos off his back, I don't think the draw's a problem. He does come from off them. And if you go back to his last run where he ran behind Rasta Rebel, with the claiming, now he is 3 kilos better off with Wingman, 3 kilos better off with Ice Emperor as well. And I'm expecting a good run. I'm not going to bank him by any stretch of the imagination, but I think, in my opinion, Robbie Frad's made the wrong choice here. Shahil, what do you think about C Pass and Blazing Heart, the 2 runners from the Rosette stable?
I think Robbie Frad has made his choice based on the draw. I saw an interview of him. He says the draw are very important here. And even in training, I think Blazing Heart is working better than C Pass. Looking at the field, there's no real front runner. Maybe Blazing Heart can go in front. I also like an outsider in this race. I like number 3, Ice Emperor. He finished just in front of C Pass last time. Based on that run, I really like number 3, Ice Emperor.
Yeah, I've made him my 3rd choice. I made Blazing Heart my 2nd choice as well. And I think that the 1850 is going to suit Blazing Heart better as well. He has been fancied in both his first starts, his first 2 starts in Mauritius has been fancied. And I think Blazing Heart, I see last time they put the tongue tie on, they've now decided to take it off. And obviously expecting a better run from Blazing Heart. But my selections, I'm going to go 7, C Pass, bit of a value bet. In fact, he will be my value bet. We'll talk about that later. 2nd place, I'm going Blazing Heart, and I do agree with Shahil. I'm going with Ice Emperor. I think the 1850 is going to suit him a lot better than what he has been taking. In fact, he was finishing quite nicely last time in the 1650. Shahil, what's your trifecta?
I'll go with Ice Emperor, and for 2nd, I really like Alham. He's working a bit well the last couple of weeks. I'll go for him for 2nd, and for 3rd, I'll go with Blazing Heart.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Alham. When I walked out of the MTC this morning, I saw him walking down to where they take the blood specimens, and I have to say he looked very, very well. So maybe consider him as well for your exotic bets. Right, race 2, 1400, benchmark 36. We see the return of Mooney. And obviously, well, he's a very, very nice horse in the making. He's had the 2 1,000-meter wins, or 2 runs and wins, and he's drawn 2 Robbie Frad in the iron. I just have to say, Robbie's got some great rides. Before we carry on, Gilbert said Robbie Frad, it's almost like they're out to prove a point, but they've got some very, very good chances. Mooney, I think, will take a power of beating. I believe that the step up to the 1,400 meters is not going to be a problem for him at all, and I think Mooney is going to be a big, big runner, in my opinion. Sho, what do you think of Mooney?
I like him a lot. I don't know if you remember last week I was fighting a bit against you that he'll beat Zodiac Jack. If you put Zodiac in this race, he'll win. So I'll go again with Mooney, but it's a tough race though.
Yeah, it is a tough race. We have to talk about number 2, 8 Cities from the Vincent Elliott stable. Richie Mullen back in Mauritius. Very happy to see him back. He's such a nice guy, and he's a very good rider as well. Great run first time out when he finished 3rd behind Pride Rock. He was finishing that race very, very strongly on that day, and I see they have put blinkers on him as well. I'm a little bit... I'm not confused. It's obviously their decision, but I see in South Africa he never ran with blinkers. He was a little bit lost in his first run. Maybe that's why they decided to put blinkers on 8 Cities, but he was finishing that race very, very strongly, and obviously the extra 35 meters is going to suit 8 Cities. Shahil, you want to touch on 8 Cities?
He was really impressive on his debut. He's working well. The blinkers should help him, I believe. He's got barrier free. He'll be finishing well because, like we said, there might be a strong pace in this race with the likes of Arctic Flyer, Mooney, In Your Dreams. So he'll be finishing very well. Yeah,
I do agree. I think they're going to be quite quick here. Arctic Flyer is quite a hard puller. He's got Brandon Louis in the irons, and I think he's probably going to want to jump this horse, and he might just grab the bit and take off. I think they're going to go very quick, which is going to suit probably Mooney and 8 Cities. One horse I want to touch on is Sarah's Secret, working very, very well. Unfortunately, he's got that bad draw, and I don't think, looking at the race, I don't think he's going to get onto the fence. He's probably going to be caught one off like he was last time. He finished in front of 8 Cities, but I just think that the extra 35 meters is going to suit 8 Cities a little bit better. But I think Sarah's Secret, you can't write him off. Let me go give you my trifecta quickly. Mooney, 8 Cities, Sarah's Secret. Shail?
Same trifecta, Mooney, 8 Cities, and Sarah's Secret.
Okay, great. I think that cost you about 6 rupees. It's worthwhile taking that trifecta. Right, let's talk about race 3, 1650, benchmark 41. My first choice is number 4, Declarator. I think that this has been a little bit unlucky. He hasn't been able to lead. He's found 1 or 2 quicker horses than him early on in the race, and I think that the 6th draw is going to suit him because he's not getting out that quickly. And I think, obviously, looking at this race, there isn't really much that wants to lead, and the young apprentice, Jamo Allison, can probably take his time with that 3 kilos off his back. He's only got 56, and I think if this horse leads, he's going to be quite a tough horse to catch, number 4, Declarator. Shail, Declarator, any opinions? And
Yeah.
in fact, if you like anything else, let us know.
Yeah, I really like Declarator too. Like you said, it's a 1650. They got the full stretch in front of them, and he can lead. Apprentice claim should be helpful. His 2 runs this season, he didn't lead, so this time if he can lead, he'll be right there. You've mentioned him 2 times on jour, galop. He's working very, very well. I believe Top of the Rock should be the main danger, even Castle, so I go with these 2 just behind him.
Okay, one also I want to talk about is Pop the Question, and he was only a length off the Declarator last time, and I think that the extra 50 meters is going to suit him. If you go back, it was a 1600. This time it's a 1650, and this horse was finishing better than Castle and Declarator. So I think that Pop the Question definitely has got a chance. But obviously, with that 3 kilo allowance of Declarator, he is 3 kilograms worse off than when they met last time. I'm going to go Declarator, Pop the Question. My third choice will be Castle. I think it's going to be, last time Top of the Rock was my banker. I just think it's a little bit tougher for him this time. I'm not writing him off. I just think that it's going to be a little bit tougher. Shahil, your trifecta?
Declarator, Top of the Rock, and Castle.
Okay, great. All right, let's move over to race 4, 1365, benchmark 46. And my first choice here is Gimme Green. I think that it was a very expected win last time. He's doing very, very well in training. I did show him to you on Tuesday. I thought his work was very, very good. And I think that this horse can follow up. He's drawn 2. He has got 61 kilos. He carried 60 last time and he managed. So I don't think the weight's going to be a problem. I think that Gimme Green in a sort of open race must have a very, very good chance in here. Shahir, what do you think about Gimme Green?
I like him a lot. With Barrier 2, he'll follow in the box seat and he just has to follow and fire. His main danger, I believe, would be number 8, Riding Shotgun, which I liked a lot last week.
Yeah.
Just note that he'll run unshot behind, and that maybe could affect him. He was saying us last week. I believe it will be a race between these 2.
Okay, great. My thoughts on Riding Shotgun, I'm a little bit worried about Riding Shotgun, and I'm not writing off, don't get me wrong, but I've noticed a lot of 3-year-olds running very, very good races first time out, flattening out on their second start and then winning on their third. You just got to think of Stockbroker, Perplexing. These are all young horses. Just go back to the second race with 8 Cities as well. He ran a very good race first time out. We just never know how they're going to run on their second start. So I'm a little bit worried about Riding Shotgun. He is obviously a classy horse. He only got beat a length by Zodiac Jack in that 3-year-old championship. You can't write off his chances, but he's taken on a couple of hard knockers here. One horse that's worthwhile mentioning is Racing for Fun as well. Very good run in a 51 last time. He's coming down to a 46. Yes, he is carrying 61.5, but I've noticed in the past that he has managed to carry heavy weights. Well, he can carry weight, this horse, and he's been very, very unlucky, this horse. He's a hard knocker. He's always very, very consistent and always gives his best. And I'm not going to write off the chances of Racing for Fun. Before I give you my selections, Shail, anything else you want to touch on?
No, not really. I really like these 2 young horses and also Racing for Fun for third.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to give you my trifecta. I'm going to go Gimme Green, Racing for Fun, and Riding Shotgun. All right, let's move over to race 5, 1400, benchmark 61. And I honestly think that Derek Davis made the wrong choice here. I really like Purple Tractor. I think he should have won last time. He was unlucky, and I'll make him a big, big runner. I think he's probably going to be able to lead. Look, there is a new horse, the Great One, that's got a bit of speed, but you never know how the first timers are going to jump. But I think Purple Tractor, if this horse gets to the front, they've seen that he hangs out. Hopefully, Kirsty Ramasamy will have his stick in the left, and I think this horse is a big, big runner. Like I said, very unlucky last time. If you go back to his run on the 29th of April, where he finished 4 lengths behind Lee Starr, Yankee Captain was in that race. He finished half a length, so there was 3.5 lengths in it, but this time, Purple Tractor is 4.5 kilograms better off than Yankee Captain. I'm going to make Purple Tractor my first choice. I'm going to ask Shahil what he thinks of Purple Tractor's chances.
I don't like him, to be honest. Last time he got beaten by Dream Forest in a weaker field. This time he's up in class. I'd just like to touch on number 3, the Great One. I was telling you about him. I really like this horse on his South African form. He's finished 4th in a Group 3 behind Horizon. He's finished a neck behind Last Winter, who we know is a very good horse who's been exported to Hong Kong.
Yep.
He's shown pace in his races, so if Purple Tractor doesn't lead, he'll be in front or just behind him, and I think he can make a winning debut.
Yeah, I must say the Great One has put on some good work as well. He's had quite a lot of work, so I would imagine he's going to be pretty fit. And a lot of these horses run well fresh first time out. So it'll be nice to see the Great One. Like Shael said, he's got some very good South African form, especially that run to Last Winter where he got touched off last winter, ran second in the Sun Met. He's now been exported to Hong Kong. So that's some very, very good form. One never knows how they're going to run first time though, but he has got the form and he is working well. So consider the Great One. And then obviously Yankee Captain, excellent drive by Robbie Fray to get him up last time. Very good first start when he ran second to Lee Star. So quite a tough race, but I'm going to stick with Purple Tractor. I believe he should have won last time. I think if this gets to the front, he could be quite hard to catch. Yankee Captain and the Great One will be my second and third choice.
I'll go with my value bet of the day, the Great One, for second Yankee Captain, and for third Tanjura.
What price is the Great One when you say your value?
It's at 10 to 1.
10 to 1. Okay, well that's quite a nice value bet for Shahil there. Right, race 6, 1650. It's the main race of the day. It's the Rotary Club of Eben Cup, and it's a rating 50 plus. Have to say once again, I've written in my card here, tough race. Very, very hard to find a winner. In fact, there's an argument for almost every single runner in this race. I'm going to talk about my first choice. That's number 6, Oomph. He has been disappointing. Look, there's no secrets about this. When I say disappointing, I thought he would have won this season already. The stable's in top form, and this is probably one of their best horses in the stable. I think they've got him right. He's only got 56.5 on his back. Cedric knows him well. You just have to go back to that Gold Cup run. If he reproduces a run like that, he has to have a very, very good chance. Number 6, Shail, I don't think you're not too keen on him, are you?
Not really, but here's my second choice. I really like 10 Gun Salute. I believe this horse is now in a class where he should be very, very good. He's drawn 1. Robbie Fett has taken a lot of time and care with this horse for the past couple of weeks. He's working very well, and I believe this time he should win this.
Yeah, I do agree. He's looking a lot better this horse. If he brings his South African form to the race course tomorrow, he definitely has a big chance. Like Shail said, Robbie Fett in the irons. He's drawn 1. He's got a lot in his favour. Let's hope he's made the necessary improvement, like his South African form suggests. And obviously, he must be a big runner. One horse I want to touch on is Independence. He's only got 52 kilos on his back. You look at this field, I can't see anyone taking him on for the lead. And Dennis Sufel might just jump out, get him to the front, and try and make it from pillar to post. Obviously, it is a big step up for him in class, but he's got that featherweight on his back, and he must be considered. My trifecta, I'm going Oomph, Independence, 10 Gun Salute. Shail, where are you going?
I'm going with 10 Gun Salute, Oomph, and Dawn Raid.
Okay, Dawn Raid. Yeah, obviously, he must say he's a decent horse. He's owned by friends of mine. Unfortunately, he has got that bad draw to deal with, but he is very, very capable on his day. Right, the 7th race, 1400 meter benchmark 51. We see the return of Chili Con Carne. I remember, Shail, you were quite keen on him first time out. He ran a cracker behind Jolly Roger. What do you think of his chances?
Like you said, it was a very nice debut. He should be right there once again. The apprentice claim 3 kgs. I don't like that barrier draw. I just think that Steel March will have the better position in the race. And he's got blinkers first time. He's raced with blinkers in South Africa. I just think that Steel March has a slight edge over him.
Okay, I must say, I like Chili Con Carne. I do agree with Shail. He's got that 7 out of 8 draw to deal with. He was drawn 8 last on his first start. He had quite a lot of pace. He never got covered that day. He might just have the same problem, but the 3 kilos off his back is definitely going to make it a lot easier for Chili Con Carne. I reckon if he reproduces his first run, he'll be quite hard to beat. Then you obviously, like Shail said, Steel March. Well, he won on objection last time. He beat Belenos. You know, we also saw what Belenos did on Saturday. He came out and won, so that form has been franked. But Silver Bluff, he finished a half a length behind Steel March on that occasion. He is 2 kilograms better off this time, and you have to think that Silver Bluff must have a chance as well, although he is not very regular. But his couple of last runs haven't been too bad, and I don't think he's far off from picking up another race or Silver Bluff. He's been working quite well in the mornings as well, so I definitely give him a chance. I'm going to give you my trifecta. I'm going to go 1 Chili Con Carne to fight it out for second and third, Steel March and Silver Bluff.
Same trifecta, not in the right order. Steel March, Chili Con Carne, and Silver Bluff.
Okay. Right, you've noticed we haven't spoken about a banker today, but I think I'm going to take a chance in banker. This horse in the last race of Gilbert Rasset. Race 8, 1600 meter, benchmark 31, Captain Spandicella. Very, very good run last time. He did lose a shoe as well on that occasion. Once again, Robbie Fred, once again, drawn 1. I think he's going to have the run of the race. And I think that the step up to the 1600 is going to suit him down to the ground. His work has been very, very good. I noticed on Tuesday morning it was a top work from Captain Spanny Seller. And I know it's never easy to make a bank, or to have a bank in the last, especially if you're running with one ticket in your hand of the pick 8 and you've got a banker. Obviously, it's quite nerve-wracking, but I think he's good enough to win this race, show.
I agree with you. He's drawn 1. He's got a nice weight. He's working well, like you said. Last time, maybe the distance was a bit too short for him. 1600 should suit better. Just know that last time he lost a shoe, and even despite that, he was finishing off very strongly. I also agree with you on making my banker too.
Okay, great. So we do agree on the banker there. Let's just touch on 1 or 2 other runners in case people like to play trifectas and quartets. Heart of Darkness, he's a winner without a penalty. He won in rating 31 last time. He carried 60 kilos. Same rating, drawn 2. This time he'll have 58 on his back. Obviously, Brandon Louis claiming the 4 kilos. And I don't think, well, it's not going to be too difficult to ride this horse. He's drawn 2. He's probably going to want to jump and lead again. And he must have a chance in this sort of field. And then Rock Hard, I thought it was a much better performance. He did finish second to Heart of Darkness. Obviously, with the 4-kilogram claim of Heart of Darkness, he is a little bit worse off, and the fact that he got beaten. But he'll be my third choice. So I'm going to go banker, Captain Spanny Seller, Heart of Darkness, Rock Hard.
I'll go with Captain Spandy Seller for second. I'll go with Rasta Rebel. I think his win last time was very good. He was traveling wide all the way, and still, despite he managed to win. So I'll go for him with second, and for third, Rock Hard.
Okay, great. Okay, well, that's the roundup. My banker is Captain Spanny Seller. My value bet, I keep on forgetting this. Help me. It's in the first race, C-Pass. 7-1. I think that I really like this horse purely on the fact that it's at 1850. I think that he must have a chance. Shail, your banker and your value bet?
My banker is also Captain Spandy Seller, and for the value bet, I like the newcomer, the Great One. Based on his South African form and his barrier trial and his work, he should be right there.
Okay, well, he's quoting about 10-1, so it'll be actually not a bad idea to maybe take a Leve Pele, C-Pass, your horse, and Captain Spanny Seller in the last. I think this is quite a nice bet. If you've got a couple of extra rupees lying around, maybe take that treble. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. Remember, Tuesday morning is our show, Jour de Galop, where we're going to be talking about this meeting, a couple of horses that we saw in the training, and obviously the barrier trials as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Shail, thank you very much as well. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.